It is merely a conquered area from the past that they believe they own. This Islamic doctrine is known as the law of sacred space. But if we look at our Bibles, we know how holy Jerusalem is to both Judaism and Christianity. In just one of the 667 places in the Old Testament, the Lord said to Isaiah, "For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." So now, let's look at Genesis 12, 1 through 3. The first time God makes the promise to Abraham, where he says, "Now the Lord had said to Abram, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you, and make your name great. And you shall be a blessing, and I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Here God is clearly making this statement to Abram before he has even called Abraham of what he intends to do. In Genesis 13, verses 14 through 18, God reaffirms that covenant. "And the Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated himself, Lift your eyes now from the place where you are, northward, southward, eastward, and westward. For all the land which you see I give to you and your descendants forever. And I will make your descendants as the sand of the earth, so that if a man could number the dust of the earth, then your descendants could also be numbered. Arise, walk in the land, through its length and width, for I give it to you." Then Abram moved his tent and went to dwell by the terebinth trees of Mamre, which are in Hebron, and built an altar to the Lord there. There's another promise of the covenant. In Genesis 15, verses 1 through 7, Abraham offers Eliezer as heir. He says, "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." But Abram said, "Lord God, what will you give me, seeing I go childless, and the heir of my household is Eliezer of Damascus?" Then Abram said, "Look, you have given me no offspring. Indeed, one born in my house is my heir." And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, "This one shall not be your heir, but one who will come from your own body shall be your heir." Then he brought him outside and said, "Look now toward heaven, and count the stars, if you are able to number them." And he said to him, "So shall your descendants be." And he believed in the Lord, and then he accounted it to him as righteousness. Then he said to him, "I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to inherit it." So, ladies and gentlemen, it's clear that God has confirmed and reaffirmed that the land belongs to Israel. So we can go to the New Testament to Acts chapter 7, verses 1 through 5. This is the account of Stephen's address, where he is also authenticating the covenant with Abraham when he said, "Then the high priest said, 'Are these things so?' And he said, 'Brethren and fathers, listen. The God of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Haran, and said to him, Get out of your country and from your relatives, and come to a land that I will show you.' Then he came out of the land of the Chaldeans and dwelt in Haran. And from there, when his father was dead, he moved him to this land in which you now dwell. And God gave him no inheritance in it, not even enough to set his feet on. But even when Abraham had no child, he promised to give it to him for a possession, and to his descendants after him. So Stephen affirmed the covenant with the land too. Hebrews 11:8, the author of the book of Hebrews, affirmed the covenant with the land. Here again in the New Testament, Stephen is authenticating what God promised in Hebrews chapters 11, verse 8. He also authenticates what God had promised Abraham about this covenant and the land as well. The land is significant, and I wish we had more time today. But it's time to wrap up our show. At Focus on Israel, we appreciate hearing from you. So please send your comments and questions to comments@pjtn.org. I've received such encouraging notes and emails, as well as great questions from all over, from viewers in both the United States as well as many other parts of the world. In the mailbag today, I received an email from Susan in Strasbourg, France. And in her letter, she says, My heart is for the Torah of Yahweh and for the chosen people. I want to stand for the chosen people. This is just one of the comments we're hearing. Strasbourg, France is tuning in. What a great testimony. What a great blessing. The time to stand is now. Be a leader in your community and in your church. One person can make a difference. Get involved and support pro-Israel organizations such as PJTN. Call your senators, congressmen, the White House. Let your elected leaders hear from you. I also want to encourage you to please visit our website to learn more. Sign up to receive action alerts and order our films to share with your family and friends. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So please send us an email. Let us know what you think of our show and our message. This one woman from Strasbourg, France, was tuning in to Focus on Israel, and she responded, and now she wants to make an impact in her community. She has even gone to her pastor. Further on in her letter, she writes about reaching out to her pastors, and now she is spending Shabbat in synagogues with her Jewish brethren. She is just one person, and I'm just one person, and so are you. I want to thank you for watching our program today. Be sure to join us next week as we'll be focusing on the archaeological evidence for the state of Israel. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in and watching today. There are so many more Christians who haven't heard this message. This is not a message you're going to hear preached from the pulpit. And we heard a lot today from rabbis and pastors about the biblical evidence that proves that the Jewish people have a right to the land. We have to share this message with more Christians. So I do want to encourage you to contact your family and your friends and sit down with your children and watch this program. Please consider purchasing a DVD of this program. We'll see you next time on Focus on Israel. God bless you, and may the Lord continue to bless you for standing in the gap for Israel. Thank you.